So in my last couple videos, I've had a ton of people ask me for a guide or a tutorial, and I'm going to do that for you guys. So I'm going to do two. I'm going to do a basic and a more advanced tutorial. And in this basic, it's going to be more fast-paced. It's going to be quick, to the point. I know a lot of people already know these points, but I figured I'd do a basic one first because I know a lot of people are beginners and they're not used to playing Widowmaker. So we're going to talk about my sensitivity preferences, the difference between dual zone and exponential ramp. We're going to talk about making your precise shots. We're going to talk about charging to 100. Even the more advanced players are going to benefit from this. Even PC players might benefit from this. So let's get into it. We're going to talk about the sensitivity first. Okay, now first thing I need to talk about is this is my settings. This isn't your settings. So you need to find your comfort zone. I'm showing you what I use so you can make a reference to it, but you're going to have to tweak it to find your comfort zone. You can literally play with any sensitivity and be really good with it as long as you get comfortable with that setting. So I play horizontal at 80, vertical at 70. That's just what I like to do. Aim assist at 100 because nobody's a fucking god. You're playing on console. You need that aim assist. I also use dual zone over exponential ramp. We'll go over that next because that is probably the biggest thing that you need to know is the difference between dual zone and exponential ramp. 100% you need to play at dual zone. There's just no way around it. It has to be dual zone. As far as crosshairs and your color go, again, personal preference. That's just what I like to do. But the biggest thing to take from this and is not the sensitivity, it is simply the dual zone setting. That is huge. You need to know that. So we're going to go over that next. Now the difference between dual zone and exponential ramp is very, very big. If you move your right stick at any point from center to any direction other than hitting the very end, you are going to have a low sensitivity. Now when you hit the end of the controller, you are at your max sensitivity setting. This allows you to be a lot more precise when you're scoped in, because if you need to make a little adjustment with your right stick, you are able to do that without having it increase so great. It allows you to be a lot more precise. That is the biggest thing about dual zone sensitivity. It also allows you to aim a lot better when you're trying to shoot your auto rifle when you're not scoped in, because you don't want your max sensitivity. Like, how do you aim like that? You know what I mean? But this also allows you to flick shot very, very well. That's why I use dual zone. Now with exponential ramp, if you move your right stick a very little bit, as you can see, it's very slow. Now as you I'm talking barely moving it, okay? Like I'm at about half right now. And then you slowly go to 3/4 and then 90%. It increases as you move. That is the difference between dual zone and exponential ramp. Exponential ramp, it makes it a lot harder to make them really, really small adjustments to make a precise shot. That's why dual zone is a lot better, because you have a lot more control. You have a lot more precision when you need to make them really small adjustments. I really don't recommend exponential ramp. If you're comfortable with it, I mean, it is what it is. But as far as this guide is going to go, this is the biggest thing that I'm going to tell you, is that dual zone is much better than exponential ramp. That is the biggest thing you need to know. Now I love this clip because as a beginner, this is what you need to be seeing. Now I'm not being fancy, I'm taking it slow, I'm waiting for my shots to charge, I'm making the headshots, I'm benefiting the team. That's what you want to be doing. You don't want to get fancy and hook around. You're not ready for that. We're here to make some shots. We're here to benefit the team and win the game. So you're going to notice there's a power meter. It goes from 0 to 100. You're not looking at that when you shoot. What you're looking at is your crosshairs. And what you may not have noticed is that when your crosshairs go from 0 to 100, that there's a white flourish that pops up right when it hits 100 around your crosshairs. Now that's what you want to be looking for. You're not looking at the power meter. You're looking for the white flourish on your crosshairs. So I'm going to play it again for you, and this is what you're going to see. So as I scope in, it goes from 0 to 100, and then when it hits 100, there's a white square that pops around the crosshairs, and that's the moment that you know you're ready to shoot. So you can see I wait till that crosshairs go white, and then I shoot. That's what you need to remember when you're shooting. Now the last thing that I want to go over is making the precision shots that you need to do. Now, like I said before, dual zone sensitivity is what you want to rock. Now, that does increase your precision with your right stick, but a lot of the time what you want to do is rather than using the right stick to make your minor adjustments, you want to use your left stick to make your minor adjustments. Now that's big. You'll notice a lot, like it's hard to tell in these clips what I'm doing, but what I'm doing is rather than using my right stick to get the really slight adjustments, I'm actually strafing with my left. That's what you want to do because you have a lot more control doing that. So in short, find your comfort zone in regards to sensitivity. You're going to have to experiment with different numbers, and you'll find it. And practicing will make you better regardless of what your sensitivity is set at. You want to use dual zone over exponential ramp. You want to make your minor adjustments by strafing left and right with your left stick rather than using your right. And you want to charge your shots to 100. And for the love of God, do not train against stationary training bots because they will not improve you. I've seen way too many people telling guys to go to the training arena and play against stationary bots, and it's bogus. Play quick play. Play against AI bots in an actual game on a medium difficulty. It'll be a million times better. And most of all, have fun. You'll get better. Practice, have fun, you will get better.